As a parent, you've told that more is better. More therapy sessions, more specialists, more interventions. You're running from speech therapy to occupational therapy, from feeding therapy to behavioral therapy, and maybe even adding in supplements, dietary changes, and sensory tools. But here's what's heartbreaking. Despite all that effort, all that time, all that investment, progress feels slow. Sometimes it even stalls completely. And you're left wondering, like, what are we missing? Why isn't this just working? Here's the truth most doctors won't tell you. Your child doesn't need all these therapies. They need the right foundation first. This video is for exhausted parents who are doing everything right, but just feel like they're pushing a car with the parking brake on. If you're tired of adding more and more interventions without seeing the breakthroughs you were promised, this is for you. Every single week in our office, we just meet parents who are running themselves into the ground. They're going from therapy to therapy, sport to sport. Their nervous systems are taxed just because they cannot handle everything. They've got all these promises for their kids to get better, and they're just not getting better. So when we finally ask, like, hey, has anyone ever evaluated your child's nervous system? Usually the answer is just no. Most people haven't. But research shows that nearly 1 in 6 children today have some kind of developmental disability. So think about it this way. If you tried to remodel a house while the foundation had cracks running through it, what would happen? No matter how beautiful the paint, how expensive the furniture, how perfect the design, everything would keep shifting, settling, and falling apart. It's exactly what's happening when we add just therapy after therapy without first addressing the nervous system. So the nervous system is our foundation, right? It's the air traffic controller, just coordinating everything in our body, in our child's body. So their speech, their movement, their digestion, their sleep, their immune response, their ability to regulate emotions and behavior. When that foundation is stressed, or just we call it stuck, or just dysregulated, every other therapy you add is working against that resistance. It's not that therapies don't work, it's that they can't work fully when the foundation isn't stable. So here's what makes this even harder. Most parents are never even told this. They're told to add more, try more, do more, but no one stops to ask, is the nervous system even ready for all of this? So how does a child's nervous system become stressed in the first place? It's what we call the perfect storm. So this perfect storm is whenever we have some kind of stress and it just accumulates to built up in the child or in the parent, and it can lead to a sequence of events, a sequence of sicknesses, a sequence of more and more stress, and just a cycle of a lot of things that can happen. And this first layer of stress is prenatal stress. So whenever you're going through pregnancy, when the pregnant mama is stressed, whether that's mental, emotional stress, or chemical stress, or physical stress, that gets fed through the umbilical cord to the baby. And so when mom's stressed, baby is stressed. And that plays a huge role in the baby's health going forward. So then when the baby is born, birth intervention can come into play. So whether it's C-section or forceps or vacuum delivery, it's a lot of stress on the baby's neck. Even a natural birth can have stress up high in the upper cervical spine. That can cause dysfunction in the nervous system, cause it to be dysregulated. So then after birth, the storm continues. Early illnesses, rounds of antibiotics, reflux, ear infections, environmental toxins, constant screen exposure, and the pressure of endless developmental expectations. Each of these adds stresses, just stress after stress, another crack to the foundation. And by the time parents notice delays or struggles, the nervous system is already overwhelmed, stuck in stress mode, unable to regulate, unable to coordinate all the systems that need to work together for developmental to happen. So here's where things get tricky. And this is where parents feel the most guilt, but you shouldn't. When a child's nervous system is already overloaded, adding more therapies can feel like plugging too many devices into one power strip. Eventually the circuit trips, the system shuts down, progress stops. It's like a computer with too many tabs open. We've all been there. Everything slows down, things freeze, you got to call your IT guy, what's going on? Nothing runs smoothly. This is why your child just might make some progress at first, but eventually hits a wall. This is why therapy sessions become harder instead of easier. This is why meltdowns increase, sleep gets worse, or behaviors seem to just regress. It's not that your child can't do it. It's not that the therapy is wrong. It's that the nervous system doesn't have the capacity to process it all because the foundation is still cracked. And here's the part that breaks my heart. Parents blame themselves. They think, maybe I'm not doing enough. Maybe I need to add one more thing. But the problem was never that you weren't doing enough. It's that you were building on an unstable foundation. Now here's the hopeful part. And this is what we get to see every single day in our office. When we use neurologically focused chiropractic care to restore balance and regulation to the nervous system, everything changes in a huge way. We use advanced insight scans to measure exactly where the nervous system is stuck in the stress mode. Then through gentle, precise adjustments, we help release that tension and restore the body's ability to heal and to regulate and to adapt. And here's what parents tell us what happens next. Speech therapy that was moving slowly suddenly clicks. Kids start putting words together, following directions, and engaging more. Occupational therapy becomes easier, sensory challenges calm down, motor skills improve, coordination comes together, feeding therapy works better because digestion is starting to regulate, the vagus nerve activates, and the body can finally process food without stress. Even sleep improves. Immune system strengthens, behavior stabilizes, meltdowns decrease. That's a beautiful thing. It's not magic, guys. It's just neurology. When the foundation is stable, everything built on top of it finally has a chance to work the way it should always is supposed to. So as a parent, if you're just exhausted from running therapy to therapy, if you're tired of adding more without seeing real change, if you're ready to stop chasing symptoms and start addressing the foundation, we're here to help. Our team at Petersburg Family Chiropractic specializes in neurologically focused chiropractic care for kids and for families. We don't replace what you're already doing, we unlock it. Your child doesn't need more interventions, they need the right foundation. Click the link in our bio, send us a DM or to schedule. Let's help your child's nervous system shift from stress to strength so everything else you're doing can finally work. Your family deserves hope and answers. Let's start the healing journey together.